Hello, welcome to Sky Bitesize with me, Dan Cox. Going to have a look at Gameweek 19 coming up. And what we can make of that. I think it's going to be a bit of a... Well, nothing's been called off. I'm now recording this on Wednesday night. Nothing's been called off as yet, but there's all the COVID. Manchester United numbers are up, and I know Dean Smith's moaning at Norwich that we've got outbreaks there and stuff like that. So nothing's been called off yet, but we'll get to all that. We'll look at all the fixtures and see what we can make of this week and the coming weeks, what we're going to have. Once again, if you are here, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you watching, and any questions, anything like that you sent in. So yeah, on YouTube here, I'm on Spotify as well, if that's easier for you to listen to. Apple have now decided to finally put it onto there as well, so it's on the Apple podcast. So if that's easier for you, you can catch me there as well. If you are on there, if you'd like to give us a review, 5 stars would always be nice. Stuff like that, it's always appreciated. Same with likes and subscribes, everything. That's all appreciated. So again, thanks for that. Right, let's get this week's fixtures up. So this is Saturday's fixtures there. So at the moment, these are all on. So Manchester United Brighton, the first game of the day. I'll be on Ronaldo. I hope that game goes ahead because Ronaldo's my first choice and probably a lot of people's first choice. So if that's then not on, you then sort of, you're moving down your sort of priority list of who you'd actually have. So yeah, it'd be Ronaldo for me. If not, Antonio, Bowen, something like that. I've got one of them each in each of my teams. So I'd have Antonio in one, Bowen in the other. But like I said, Dean Smith is, I know he's sort of kicking up a bit of fuss about, one rule for one and one for another, because Norwich sort of inquired about getting the game called off the other night because we've got a few cases and this, that and the other. But I think it's been denied or whatever. So hopefully that'll be on. As something you just brought in, Bowen and Antonio, I hope it is on because this is quite a nice tie for West Ham and hopefully they get some points. But so yeah, Ronaldo, if not, Antonio, Bowen, and then I was just going to say Dennis or Gallagher in the next game. But Watford are just at 2 hours notice tonight. You got the game against Burnley called off, which is a bit of a joke really. 2 hours before, people would have been travelling up there. So that's annoying. I've got Dennis in my team as well, so that's a bit annoying. They're not playing tonight. Would have hoped for some points, but a lot of us in the same boat. And that's it really. Well, I'll say if them top 3 games aren't on, then you're going to be in a bit of trouble picking whatever's left. I'll probably have Ramsdale captain or something like that, if not against Leeds. Some people might still have Rafinha, but that's Saturday. And with this COVID, just going to have to take each day as it comes and just listen out for news and have a plan, have a backup plan, have another plan. Just have to, and some, you might even just have to not have someone. Some days might not be worth making a move. If there's going to be a lot of postponements and stuff, it might just be best just to not do anything at the minute and just sort of take it on the chin. And I don't know when this COVID's going to get better and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? But we've gone through quite a long stretch of not having any games called off because of it. And then all of a sudden recently, so maybe best to sort of let this sort of bit blow over. No science or, expert on stuff like that. But I think maybe just sort of ride it out for now. There is talk that they might have a circuit breaker or something like that. We might try to get these games on this weekend and then ones on Boxing Day might not go ahead. I don't know. We'll just have to keep an eye on the news and everything like that. But I said even tonight, 2 hours notice before that Watford Burnley game's off is pretty ridiculous, really. So hard for everyone. Right, on to Sunday. So only 2 games in this game week, Saturday and Sunday. Pretty simple, really. So Sunday, first game of the day, Everton-Leicester. Everyone's got Maddison, Tielemans. I don't know if too many people would have Vardy. I know he didn't start the last one or the one before, but not many people I've spoken to have got him. They're more Maddison, Tielemans. I think the main one will be Salah. Liverpool away at Spurs. Obviously the late game, but can't imagine why he wouldn't start. Who else is there? Man City away to Newcastle. Cancelo, Diaz. Someone like that could be a good shout. Obviously a bit risky with Pep, but again, I think it'd be unlikely. I know Walker didn't play in the week, whether he's had a bit of a fall in that. He got sent off, didn't he, in the Champions League, wasn't it, and stuff like that. So maybe he's been punished or whatever. I don't know, but I can't see why Cancelo wouldn't start. And then, I don't know, Chelsea gone a bit off the Chelsea defenders, but Rudiger, Reece James, might even fancy Lukaku. Don't know if see if he starts tomorrow night maybe, but might be an option. But not, only 2 days there, so it shouldn't be too hard to navigate as long as all the fixtures go ahead. Right, I've got the transfers in since the 8th of December, so last Wednesday, exactly a week. As I always say, if you want to check these out yourself, head to FF Stuff. He's got them all there. You can check that yourself daily, whatever you want to set it back to. I just do this each week, so I'll go back a week. So Bernardo Silva there into 14,400 teams. He's the most transferred in. Dennis, I'm not going to pronounce his other names on there because I'll just butcher them. So Dennis of Watford into 10,000 teams. So you'd presume that was before his goal on Friday night. So I've been happy with that. But like me, a bit disappointed he's not playing tonight. Bowen into 5,400 teams. Wonder how many of them, like me, captained him on Sunday after bringing him in instead of Gallagher. So a bit painful, 22 points lost. Mason Mount into 5,300 teams. And then Ronaldo into 5,300 teams. He been popular. Goal at the weekend against Norwich. Again, disappointing. The game against Brentford got called off Tuesday night. Might have left a few people scrabbling around for a captain as well. So again, a bit disappointing. Going through the rest of the list in there, nothing really too surprising. Tielemans, Maddison, both done all right the last few weeks, haven't they? So into 2,300 teams each. Again, you can check this out for yourself, but nothing really surprising there. Conor Gallagher gone into another 3,700 teams. Probably a bit late, to be bringing him in now. Like, he's done so well all season, really. But yeah, again, nothing really too surprising. Let's have a look at the transfers out. So Harry Kane out of almost 12,000 teams, guaranteed he's going to score against Leicester tomorrow night, Thursday night. If you're listening after then, and he scored a couple of goals, you knew it. Cancelo out of 9,900 teams. I know he had the one match ban. Probably won't a move I'd have made. I know you could have jumped onto someone else for a couple of games or something like that, but you're going to want him back, aren't you? So I'm not sure that's something I'd have done. Smith Rowe out of 7,600. Not started tonight against West Ham, so frustrating. So probably even more by tomorrow. Tony out of 6,400. Lewis Dunk out of 5,500. Understandable long-term injury. Well, out for a few weeks. Son out of 5,400. Again, COVID or whatever, and yeah, can understand that. Again, none of us in the list there too surprising, to be honest. Bruno Fernandes out of 3,500, or Aubameyang out of 3,400. That might go up. I think if he's obviously weren't playing again tonight, got dropped and all that, lost the captaincy. But again, nothing too surprising there. Have a look at the ownership. So top 1,000 teams ownership. Salah leads away 99.2%. Conor Gallagher 95%. Crazy, you never thought that at the start of the season. Cancelo still 85%, considering he's been taken out of nearly 10,000 teams. Rudiger 80%. Cristiano Ronaldo 74%, and I'm sure he was about 25% or so a few weeks ago. So obviously people have gone off Kane to him, I should think. Rafinha still quite high, 64%. He got another goal, didn't he, against Chelsea the weekend. Bernardo Silva, a couple of quieter games. Hadn't done a lot, has he? I think, did he get 4 points and 2 points since everyone sort of brought him in? But he's now 53% owned. Unbelievable. He sort of went off at half time and gets a 2-pointer in a 7-0 win. So feel for people that brought him in. Ramsdale slowly creeping up, 49%. Ruben Dias, 49%. Trent, what is he on? 36. Van Dijk, 35. So, if you don't have any Liverpool coverage and they're keeping clean sheets, that's not going to... You wonder why he might be dropping a little bit. That's why. Dennis there at Watford, 28%. Great price, 5.5. Obviously, no one's put off by, potentially the AFCON, this, that, and the other. But everything I'd sort of read that he'd fell out with the manager. But now Nigeria sacked the manager, so who knows? Don't even know if the AFCON, there's more stuff today. AFCON might not go ahead, and then they've said it is, and I don't know, could do with scrapping it really. But anyway, he's in 28% of teams now, so most people, almost a third of teams in the top 1,000 have him, and they're not bothered either way, just going to have him, so he's done. Mendy, Chelsea, 28%. Been pretty shocking the last couple of games. Again, I've nearly done the whole list, so I won't go through them all. Reece James, 28%. Jared Bowen, 28%. So, like I say, you can see with the transfers in, 5,400, he's been brought into quite a few. Alonso, 27%. Got him in one of my teams. I'm not sure if that was the wisest move. Still going to ride it out, see what happens over the next few weeks. Hopefully he might chip in some clean sheets, or he got an assist last weekend, so a bit more of that'll do. Smith Rowe still in 21% of teams, so I'll have to check that over the next few days, or if he's coming back into the team, you might want to hold him now, but started on the bench tonight, so who knows. And then Antonio, 20%, hoping for a goal or something tonight. Rodri, he's crept up 16% now. I think a few weeks ago he's only in like 11 of the top 1,000 teams or something like that, so people are starting to notice him now. Then Livramento, who was flavour of the week a few weeks ago when he kept a clean sheet on the captaincy night, he's in 12% of the team, so that's your top 1k ownership. Got the average transfers, so this was from... When was this from? Bear with me. 10th of December, AM. So the top 10 was 19 on average remaining. The top 100 was 22. Top 1,000 was 22.7. And the top 5,000 was 21.2. I think with, over the weekend of the games being postponed, I reckon you could take one to two off each of those. So we'll check again next week and see what they are. But see, top 10 is still really high there. That's been a lot lower than that in previous years. So people are getting better. So it's all good competition there. So that's that. Right, I'm going to jump into some questions. So put this out on Twitter. So I had a few on here. Luke, COVID obviously isn't good for fantasy football, but let's be honest, the template is boring, and some of these postponed games do allow you to go off template and attack some game days if you're chasing. Time to hit a few differentials. I want to say Luke brought in Watkins on last night, so 13 pointers, so good as captain, 26 points, lovely. Yes, it can do, if that's why I say you got to look at the FF stuff grid. Do you know what I mean? Like, so if your Manchester United is off on Saturday as well, and you find out for tomorrow, jump onto that, and this is going to sound mad, but like move Ronaldo onto Kane or something like that. So yeah, I think it is. Yeah. It is, but I'm also a bit wary about using transfers. Like I bought in Bowen and Antonio in a team each. And if they don't play Norwich on Saturday, that's been a bit of a wasted move, really. Especially as I'd have had Gallagher captain if I didn't bring one of those in. So yeah, it can be. But personally, I won't be making any moves this weekend. I'm just going to see what sort of happens and just try and muddle through. I think I should have a captain, even if a game or two does go. I will have someone, so I think I'll be all right. Ian, he transferred out Lloris for De Gea because COVID. Now what? Guest players should stop hugging the crowd when they score. Well, yeah, that's unfortunate, the Man U, but I just keep them in, and hopefully they play again at the weekend. If that game is off, could look to move them on, but I think I'd leave De Gea in now. Yeah, it's just one of them things. I think most people are going to miss a game here and there. Norman Conquest, the only question I have is the shit about to hit the fan? Well, yes, something to keep an eye on. Yeah, I say it as we are at the minute. Nothing's been called off for the weekend, but again, the Burnley-Watford went with 2 hours notice. So yeah, just got to be keep on your toes, I think. Julian Wardle. Kind of been asked already, but if we just cease all transfers during all the uncertainty, there has to be a huge upside, as all the fixtures will have to be squeezed into a shorter period and big gains to be made later on, a catch up and overtake. Do you agree? Yeah, I do. I thought I'm just going to sit now with my team, and I think because I didn't start off too great and people are doing all right who have used slightly more transfers than me, so yeah, I'm just going to now sort of try to sort of hold where I am really in 600th or so, and have to hope I can get some good 3-for-1s, etc. Maybe after the overhaul when things calm down a little bit. I don't know. Just depends how the next few weeks are going to go. But yeah, I think that'll be my tactic anyway, to try to make some big points, towards the end of the season. Hacking, thanks Hacking. He sends this question in every week. Loyal watcher. When's the best possible solution with players that are COVID bound? Do we keep for single game days in the future or jump ship for a short term gain? I said, I think just sit through it and do what you can, really. As long as then I'm not even opposed to missing a captaincy day. Just is so uncertain. I think I'm just going to stick with what I've got, really. Mitch, with teams missing games due to COVID, are the extra Chelsea games after overhaul as important if other teams have rearranged fixtures during that time? That will all plan out. We'll get the FF stuff grid out, and there are going to be 3-for-1s and stuff like that. So as and when they get penciled in, penned in, we can make a plan then. All Bruno. Am I doing anything with Ronaldo? I can't go straight to Van Dijk due to formation, so would require 2 transfers. I've got Ronaldo. I'm going to keep him. Obviously, if I find out on Thursday the game on Saturday is going to be off, which I doubt we would, probably find out. The last one was called off at like midnight the night before, so I don't think we're going to find out Thursday. But yeah, if we did find out Thursday, I might be tempted to move him on to Kane. I can't believe I'm saying that, but no, I'm just going to hold him for now. Ron, do we just sit tight on transfers with Omicron spreading so fast? More game cancellations feel inevitable. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I should have loaded this one up. Daniel Scaife. He had Havertz captain when Chelsea scored 7. He had Bernardo Silva captain when Man City scored 7. He's got 8 points total from those 2 captains. Should he quit playing fantasy football immediately or wait until the end of the season? No, you keep carrying on, mate. These things happen all the time. Worst thing is he's a Leeds fan as well, and he captained Bernardo against his team. But no, these things happen all the time. Like, I brought in Bowen on Sunday, took the captaincy off Gallagher, and cost myself 20 points, 22 points, as captain. Obviously got the 2 for Bowen, but so I made a transfer and lost out 20 points, so yeah, not great. John, who to replace Dunk with? Depends on your formation and team. If you've got Cancelo, Diaz, Laporte, or something like, or Liverpool, and maybe you try to see if you can cover off captaincy or something like that. But it depends on your team formation. Paul Tevzi, do you think it's best to stick with what you have for now because of COVID? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do think that. And that was it for the questions. Didn't have too many. I know the main concern is COVID, so we're all on the same boat. Right, let's get the bite-sized league table up. So top, Perry Hart gone up 3 places, so 1,600 points. Tom Powell, 1,594 points, so only 6 behind. Liam Stevens in 3rd, 1,588. Lewis Nichols 4th, 1,585. Daniel Young in 5th, 1,580. I better give Reem a shout on Twitter. He's in 6th in this, 1,571. So what's that? 29 points between 6th to 1st. So, and they're all doing well, all at the right end of the leaderboard. So I do say it most weeks, but I think someone here could go close to winning the whole thing, and fingers crossed they do. And that's about it, really. Like I say, just keep an eye on postponements, this, that, and the other. Have a look at the FF stuff grid. So I'll just get that up here, so you can see here. I've got Thursdays up, but you can see if they say like Man U's going to be off, you could like get in a Liverpool or Spurs player, and have a 3-for-1 over Manchester United until they play Newcastle. But we're not going to find that out. Maybe it's something you might want to do anyway now. I don't know. But keep an eye on this, and that is the good thing to, this is what I look at all the time to make my plans, and look, we can make jumps off someone to someone else. And yeah, that's it. Really, I haven't got too much else to go through this week, really. I think that's it. Like I said, I am on Apple Podcast now. No, that's it. So hopefully we have these fixtures this week. So I'll try to be back next, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, looking ahead at the Boxing Day games, and I say hopefully there'll be some games to look forward to. But again, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Appreciate your questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next week. Well, yeah, I'll be back before Christmas. Yeah, I will. So yeah, I'll catch you next week.